You're living in a prison that you can't see. And it's not because the bars are real, it's because your spotlight is fixed. And what if I told you that every version of you already exists and that you're not stuck? You just have to choose where to place your attention. You see, God is a floodlight. Bink. And God contains all realities, all at once. Now, you and I, if you're a human being, I assume you are spotlights. Just like that. Little spotlights. Narrow, focused, and choice driven. You see, God doesn't choose for you. You do. Every time you decide who you are. And there's two words that you use all of the time when you describe who you are. They're built in, baked into the English language. I am. The more you repeat, I am this, I am that, you build walls around that little dot, that spotlight. The more you consciously think about who you are, I am this, I am that, who I is be. You're just building walls. But see, these walls, I actually made a mistake here because they're not actually real. They're invisible limits that shape what the spotlight even thinks to look at. It's wild. There's a few ways it happens. You have childhood, like the way you're raised as a child. You have these self-limiting beliefs that people put on you. Trauma could do it, programming, cultural influence. But it puts up these walls around your spotlight. You don't even understand that there's all this everywhere outside. You don't know about that at all. You're so fixed in your belief system. Most people are convinced that their spotlight can't move because they've stared at the same wall for too long. So, how do you move the spotlight, right? Well, you introduce the practice of consciously choosing your identity. When you do this, it'll feel like you're faking it at first. But really, what you're going to be doing is embodying it over time. And it gets less and less phony feeling over time. The moment you say, I am, you are pointing your spotlight. So choose carefully and choose powerfully. You're not rejecting who you are. You're not rejecting the thoughts that make up who you are right now. You're simply allowing them to be there, come up, fall away. And then with power, you are saying you are this, you are that. Hopefully you understand. And as you do that, these walls will start to fall down. And it gets easier and easier. It becomes more authentic and more authentic. And you don't become the new you overnight. You keep showing up as them until reality has no choice but to catch up. This spotlight is the same color as that floodlight. You see, God is not out there far away. He's not sitting in a throne in the clouds. I know it's a controversial term, God. But ultimately, what God means is it's a word we use to evoke a thought of a concept of our creator, of our source, where we come from. And there's many names you could use. But God is above every one of those conceptualizations. That little spotlight there is us. And that is God. If I can get rid of that little piece of black there, that's it. We're all that together. It's the same divine light. And you're not separate from it. As much as you feel you are at times, as much as you've been told that you're an accident, you're not separate from this light. The only difference between you and the ideal reality that you want is where you're pointing that light. That's it. So you are not waiting on God. God is waiting on you to aim higher.